Wow.
Yep. That's a good experience, isn't it?
Yeah. It's actually kind of interesting.
It's one of the farms.
How many farms do you have?
You're gonna start counting from home here.
Is this cashew? Oh yeah, that is cashew.
Oh, you know cashew.
Cashews.
Yeah.
Where? I don't see them. Back there. Okay. All right, y'all. Off to the next farm with Sam and Mamadou, the chocolate brothers. I have oranges and cashews. I'm confused. Alright,
Gonna drop here.
Oranges are no joke. So, where are the cashews at?
Let's go. Forget about those ones. Let's go. You see a lot more.
All these are cashew trees.
Yeah, full
This is mango.
Should I bring my purse?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My bag?
Your bag? All right. What do you need for?
The chef.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You need something?
Yeah.
No.
That's it.
Oh, I was going to get the bag so I can put a bunch of cashews in there.
Oh, it's too early for you to start gathering cashew.
Oh.
You'll find more for it. What of cashew do you like? The juice?
I want to make cashew milk,
Okay.
and I want to eat them for snacks. Like roasted.
Roasted is nice, yeah?
The ones here that aren't salted, I like them though because they taste so good. They have so much flavor. I can. Oh, what's that? Cashew.
The apple. Really nice.
So you eat this?
Yeah. That's the juicy.
Really? Let me try it. Is it safe to eat right now?
Yeah.
Right now, I can
Yeah.
eat this right now.
Yeah.
There's no bugs in it.
No.
His stomach can do that. Let me see. Whoa. Oh wait, let me taste. That's nasty. You're not a fan of that, baby. Say I'm not a fan of that. No. See, you can't watch Sam. Sam will get you messed up.
What?
Sam will have you messed up.
Bitter.
Mm-hmm. This is nice. I have a house right in the middle.
Say what?
She said she would have a house right in the middle.
You see? So I say this environment is nice. It's fun climbing that.
So there's somebody presently who is eating the nuts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So once he put the cashews, he bring them here, put them at one place, and later in the day, he will remove the nuts and then throw the apples.
Mm-hmm.
Simply because
Right here.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys? Whoa.
these are cow downs.
Why don't you sell the apples? Yeah. Just sell them.
Yeah, people
At a slow.
around this area, almost cashew is everywhere. These are cashew apples. Now basically cashew is one very popular snack in the international market. But in the Gambia people produce it basically for the nuts. You have the apple, which as you can see is being thrown because you have a lot of cashews in the environment, so nobody buys the apple. Except for maybe if you take it to the interior that is in the capital or in other groovy areas, then people will buy the apple, but at a very low cost. But then currently there are plans and there are some trainings to introduce people to apple processing, where you can process this apple into juice, you can process it into candy, into certain form of drinks of cashew, and then the apple can also be dried and be consumed dry, which is also very nice. It is also used to produce honey, called cashew honey.
I need that in my life.
Then the dried cashew can also be grounded into flour and baked into pink cake or cashew
Pink cake.
Pink cake. And then it can also be processed into flour to make bread. So there are a lot of things that could be derived from the apple, but in the Gambia, that actual knowledge is limited in the people. But you have certain NGOs that are already in the Gambia, and they have come to train farmers on how to transform the cashew apple into certain products. As you can see, most of it is being wasted now. So people consider it very beneficial to have people trained on it in order for them to transform it into other usable products rather than throwing it in the environment like this. But if you go to some of the farms, you will also find people extracting the juice, and they brew this juice into cashew liquor, that is hard drinks, into cashew.
You get drunk.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I don't actually. I don't take it.
No, I'm saying.
Yeah. If you take it, well, you can get drunk.
A little bit,
Yeah.
or just a little bit.
No, not a little bit. If you take some more of it, then you're going to get drunk. Yeah. And that is the alcohol that is always. But the method they normally use to get it is a distillation process. They use a distillation process to transform the.
So where do they sell this?
The alcohol.
Cashew alcohol.
Cashew alcohol, you can have it in the local environment within the areas where they process it.
Wow.
But sometimes they take it to Serekunda, to Banjul, and then people normally buy it from them. But no, usually after brewing it into alcohol, they put it into these 20-liter jelly cans. People come buy it, they go and sell it at retails, in bars and so on. Yeah, but the nuts, which makes it very much useful, and which make people to produce more of the cashew, is what has more economic value in the Gambia than the apple. This is why people wouldn't mind throwing the apple, but then the nut is usually gathered for further processing into the cashew kernel, which is currently using a lot of resources. So this is the nut.
All the way in the middle.
Yeah, that's the nut.
Wow, I never seen them that big.
You have to roast them.
Yeah, you gotta roast them in the Gambia, but if you wish, well, you can split them, maybe process them in a steaming environment, and then later on further process them. You can, add honey or even add salt and so on. If you get to the supermarkets, in most cases, you find the processed one, which has a value-added product on it, which is either the salt or the honey. But then here, we like to eat them, to roast them, eat them naturally raw. And cashew in the Gambia is very nice, highly valued in the world, because it is considered as one of the areas that produces the best quality of cashew. It is the best in the sense that the cashew kernel that is produced in the Gambia has a natural sweet taste.
I noticed that.
You cannot find in other areas.
Because the raw ones that I eat here don't taste like the raw ones in America. Like
very good.
In America, I would spit it out. Here, it's like, cool. I would eat it.
Naturally, that is found in Gambian cashew.
So what is this other? More cashews over here?
These are cashew trees. These are cashew trees that have excessively produced. And so on. Well, the tree, as you can see, you have some apples on it with the nuts. But we don't actually harvest cashew. But what we do is we pick it from the ground.
He's the one from picking the cashews. So that's how he picked them.
So you wait till they fall to the ground.
That's a good picking. As you see, the buckets are full, so he's gonna empty them and then continue picking. So there's a very good harvest today, as you can see in the buckets. Yeah.
How are you?
Get it?
You're fine.
Are you fine?
I'm fine. You can take them.
Yeah.
You can pick and see. Feel them. As you pick them, you find out that some more juice.
Yes, as I was saying, in the Gambia, cashew is not harvested from the mother tree. We actually allow the cashews to fall, as you can see on the ground now. Then you will pick them from the ground. One of the reasons why we don't harvest them is because you need to allow the cashew nut to reach its highest degree of maturity, which can be only ascertained when the apple has already fallen down naturally. So this is why we will allow them to fall. Then we will pick the apple.
Pick it, remove the nut from the apple.
We will pick the apple from the ground. Then later on, remove the nut from the apple by just turning it round. Then it is detached. After all this, then you will dry it for at least 1 or 2 days to reduce the moisture content in the nut. Then you can then bag it and then sell it in the Gambia open market, either to Indians or other agents who buy it for export. But you also have certain processing facilities in the Gambia that process the nut into the kernel, which is actually sold in supermarkets in Europe, in India, in China, or elsewhere. Yeah, so that is it for the.
Okay, so this is
the cashew flower with developing fruit.
okay.
The cashew apple actually develops through stages. That is, one having the plant to produce the flower first, and the
This is the flower.
would be fertilized by pollination. Fertilized flowers will actually remain on the plant to form developing fruits like you have this. This is a developing fruit. It is young and tender and is yet to reach maturity. As you can see, even the nut is very green, and then this other part is what is going to develop into actually the apple.
This is going to be the apple, this part.
Yeah, this will remain the nut.
Oh, okay. Huh. Impressive. We're still at the Cashew Farm. As you can see, it's a really good experience. Having epic time. Seeing how nature is actually done. Beautiful, beautiful.
Sometimes it's funny. I just can't explain it. We have some cashew plants that can always show flowers, but he'll be able to explain better. And I grafted it, and now it's producing fruits.
This one right here.
Naturally, even in humans, you have humans that are barren and they cannot produce. Okay? In plants also, it happens. You can have some plants that will not actually be able to bear fruits because they are not actually fertile. Now, but in certain cases, well, we know it's a woman who bears children. Okay, in cashews too, in most cases people will say this is a male cashew and it cannot produce fruits. But mainly plants are naturally meant to produce flowers that have both male and female reproductive organs.
Exactly.
But you may also have flowers that cannot actually develop into fruits because
What he doing?
he's pruning.
Okay.
He's pruning. So pruning is very important. Now, as you can see, this other cashew was just flowering like you are seeing, but this part of it will never bear fruits. Okay. Now, having observed that, the process is in most cases changed in the Gambia by trimming the cashew plant, allowing it to regenerate, and then the plants, the branches are later on grafted with a cashew, with a scion from a cashew that is producing. Once you do that, then the plant will actually produce. This plant has been here for more than 10 years without producing. As you can see, after grafting, these other branches you can see they are bearing fruits now. Yeah, but the one that he has just trimmed from the plant is a regeneration of the actual old plant, which will also just be bearing
These are the
flowers.
joints where they've been grafted. That's it.
Oh, there's the fruit.
That's it.
Yeah.
And now,
Look at that.
you know, the cashew market is all about weighing, ratio. How many number of cashews can make a kilo? You know, the lesser the number of cashew, the higher the quality. You understand? So this is why when you are grafting,
Yeah.
you have to be selective. You have to select, you know,
The
good
best
cashews.
nut for
The best
grafting.
nuts, exactly.
It's
for
like
grafting.
breeding a dog. You want the best one.
Exactly. So that
Okay.
you know, at least you'll be able to put something quality.
Okay.
As you can see, this one, it has weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the more it weighs, the
Means,
more
you know,
money you
it's-
get.
Yeah, because the weight depends on the quality.
Yeah.
Means, you know, it's of good quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not inside, the kernel inside is very good. Yeah. And that's all about it. So you have to know which one is more of a better quality than the
All
other.
right, off to Maracaisan. It's 5 minutes away. This next farm is a cashew farm as well. Okay. And these are ones that are ready.
That's the bigger one.
It's the big boy.
It's the bigger
Okay.
farm.
Okay, stay tuned. As you can see, up next, Chalvini actually gets to roast these cashews. Oh my goodness. Man, wait until you see this girl. She is like all natural.